Hello, fans. I'm here once again with Alan Hinton Unleashed. You spent a little bit of time with the Sounders at their preseason training camp in Tucson.
Well, I always enjoy going to Sounders training camp because I can see through my eyes new players, current players, how they're doing, how they're settling down, and I was so happy I was there for lots of reasons. Goalkeeping is very strong, great goalkeeper coach Tommy Dutra. Defensively, we look even stronger for me, even though Torres, who was there, is slowly beginning to jog around the field again. He's expected back June or July, so that'll be good news when he gets back. But the most amazing thing I saw was this new left fullback, Joe Vin-Jones, who played for Chicago last year 25 times, and that was a struggle because they were a very poor team. So he grew up and understands Major League Soccer. He's a 23-year-old from Trinidad. I broke him down in every aspect of the game. His first touch was superb, right foot or left foot. He has two great feet. Crosses the ball well from the left. He plays long balls, short balls. He can run. He's quick. He has good recovery. I found him to be an exceptional player, and I congratulate the Sounders on getting this young man. I think he could be the best left fullback the Sounders have ever had, and we've had some good solid fullbacks in the past, but this kid looks as if he's got much more than the previous left back, so I'm excited about him. Christian Roldan, Ziggy Smith thinks he's a defensive central midfield player. He looked as if he's got a chance to play there. Obafemi Martins, who's rumoured to being gone to China, was bubbly in practice. Dempsey was feeling his way and taking his time like good veterans do to be ready for the opening of the season. So I enjoyed being at the Sounders practice, and it looked upbeat and happy, and the Sounders will have a good season in my opinion. I also watched Portland, who look solid, obviously sticking their chests out because they won the championship. Vancouver looks as if it's going younger. Carl Robinson's a good coach. I watched New England and Salt Lake City a little bit. So it's impressive how much money they spend, these clubs, on going to the training camp. The amount of staff is there, assistant coaches, media people, technological people for this readings that they have every day in practice with this little black bra they wear, assistant coaches, goalkeeper coaches, PR, general manager. It's amazing the difference in training camp today to my day when we'd probably take 16, 18 players. They now take 30 or more. And the staff, when I was there, we had myself, assistant coach and a trainer, and that was it. But it's good to see the progress in Major League Soccer, and they don't mess about. They do things first class.
Alan, you mentioned Obafemi Martins. Garth Lagerwey gave an interview where basically he said that Oba is headed over to China. What does that mean? We spoke on our last session that the Sounders are quite crowded up front. What does this mean to Jordy Morris with potentially Oba being gone to China?
Well, I'm happy Jordy Morris signed here. I did recommend that he played here. I'm happy with that decision. I'm more happy that he's here. He'll be coached as well here as anywhere in the world. It looks as if he might get more opportunities to play if Obafemi Martins has gone to Shanghai in China to play. So I'm excited about that. It just proves once again, though, that at this late stage before the season is about to start, that the most popular, creative, goal-scoring player, Obafemi Martins, can go and leave literally days before the opening of the season. I think overall the team will be strong. I mean, Valdez now settled down. He likes it here. Ivancic, who's a very good left-sided midfield player, can create and score goals. He seems as if he's really settled now. So it's going to be interesting. The format that the coach uses, he was trying to play a diamond formation. I watched it. It wasn't working great when I was there. Oba was going way too far back into the midfield to get the ball. I don't like it. I'd prefer Oba. It's a waste of time talking about him now because he's not going to be here, I don't think. But I'd like to see the number one striker to go and mark the slowest central defender on the other team and just follow him around and then just get 5 or 6 breaks, just like Vardy does at Leicester. Vardy finds the slowest defender, and he just runs them into the ground when the balls come in, long balls, short balls. And I think Ziggy's got some work to do in terms of finding the best lineup. It starts next week against Club Amerika, 23rd of February in Seattle. So that's going to be a big test in the CONCACAF Champions League. So it's all ready to go. But Oba looks as if he's not going to be here.
Alan, let's move over to the English Premier League. We spoke again about the situation of Manchester United losing at home to Sunderland 2-1. What's going to happen? Louis van Gaal, and will we see Jose Mourinho go to Manchester United before the season ends?
Well, I was excited a few weeks ago when we did this program, the possibility in Manchester of having Guardiola at Manchester City. That's happening now, so that's number one done. Louis van Gaal cannot stay at Manchester United. The crowd's now getting the booing. Their loss against Sunderland was pathetic, but Sammy Allardyce at Sunderland is pulling off a miracle to try and keep them Sunderland in the Premier League. I think he's going to get away with it, even though it looked dodgy for him. But to beat Manchester United makes us all sad. I'm a big Manchester United fan, but I'm very, very disappointed at Louis van Gaal. I met him when he was here in Seattle. I didn't like his personality. He's a total dictator. Can't be a dictator today. You've got to work with the group. You've got to make them laugh in the locker room. You've got to have a happy locker room, and you've got to prove that you know how to get the best out of every single player, and you've got to be good with the media. Louis van Gaal is terrible with the media. He's now been saying that it upsets his wife, it upsets his grandchildren, it upsets his children. Well, people don't want to hear that. They just want to go to the Theatre of Dreams, 75,000 people every week, and they need to be entertained like they have been in the past. But right now, Manchester United, they cannot win the English Premier League. They're 12 points behind Leicester.
Or your thoughts on Pep Guardiola still managing Bayern Munich, and yet already making the announcement that he's headed over to Manchester City?
I think that's probably the way the German the board at Bayern work. They don't like last-minute changes and surprises. I'm sure they tried to keep Guardiola at Bayern. They're an outstanding team, play beautiful soccer. What a difference between Bayern and Manchester United. It's like night and day. But Bayern are a great club. How will they finish out this season? They'll probably win some trophies. If they like Guardiola, which I think they do, they'll want to say goodbye to him in a nice way with trophies. Manchester City will welcome him with open arms. Pellegrini is probably leaving Manchester City with good success overall, but he'll probably leave with a nice fat paycheck. So, and he looks tired, Pellegrini. He looks as if he's ready for some time off or maybe even retiring. So, first part of the puzzle is together in Manchester with Guardiola going to Manchester City. From a media point of view, from an excitement amongst the fans' point of view, I hope they hire at Manchester United Mourinho. He's certainly trying to get hired either via the press or whatever, but there's no statements from Manchester United either in support of Louis van Gaal or any indication that they are looking at hiring Mourinho.
Well, Alan, thank you very much for your comments. We have the Sounders playing Club America in about a week from now. We'll look forward to your preview and review of that match, as well as the upcoming season for the Major League Soccer. Alan, good to see you again.
All right, good to see you, John.